SNL analysis episode. I don't even know, season 40 something. What is it? Episode 1. So Ryan Gosling was the host of the episode. So I'm gonna break it down. There's some rules. Some rules are every time you have hosted before, you get a -1 point. So Ryan Gosling has hosted twice, so he has a -1. But if you have a guest appearance from another star and surprise us, you get a +1. So it cancels itself out in its monologue because he has a guest appearance. And you can watch it. I'm not going to tell you who it is. So let's start off with the opening monologue. The opening skit, which is the White House. They get a 9. The reason why I gave them a 9 was beautiful. The Alec Donald franchise, which basically means the characters that fall under Donald Trump are played by various, Kate McKinnon was playing, you'll see it when you watch it, and various people that have come in the Sons, that's part of the franchise. So it was a little lackluster that Sarah Huckabee, played by 80, was not, there was a lot that could be done with that 80 could do with Sarah. But it wasn't done, but she's still, of course, 80. I mean, it's 80. We love 80, and I'll talk about 80 later. 80 totally knocked it out of the park. You'll see. And even the light acknowledges it. So then we've got Kate, of course, amazing. Kate is always a 10. I mean, she's really iconic. Everybody kind of agrees on that. She just was willing to go all out, and do whatever she can for the joke. And that childlike innocence, beautiful. Then we've got the monologue. The monologue, I gave it an 8, and the reason because it was charm. I mean, I'm not a Ryan Gosling fan. I'm not one of those people that is like, oh, Ryan, oh, he's so handsome, so cute. No, I'm like, all right, whatever. You're whatevers, dude. But in this particular episode, he really kind of increased that fire within me of liking him. And I'll talk a little bit more about it. It's like the moment where I was like, oh, yeah, I love you guys. You're so funny. Um, so Save Jazz, the whole monologue about Save Jazz was good. It was funny. It was upbeat. It was alright. So I gave it an 8. I wasn't totally 100% feeling it. Then we've got the Pentagon abduction. I gave it a 10 because Kate again, she just runs that horse and she'll crack everybody up. The hat situation, when I thought there could have been more done with the hat joke, I think that was a little maybe a suit, childlike innocence. I don't know. Maybe a lot more, but overall, it was pretty good. The Levi's commercial, amazing. Knocked it out of Point Pike Park. You know what I mean? But it's a film thing, so of course you have time to edit and whatnot and put that together. The HGTV triplets. Oh my gosh, that's the moment where I said to myself, I love you, Ryan, you're hilarious. That's the moment where he became personable and amazing and hilarious and allowing himself to let go. I know that he's been a Disney kid. I believe so. So, but that's a moment where I brought in board. Then we've got Weekend Update. Weekend Update went off. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful jokes. Che was throwing those punches like there's no tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful. And they all landed and they were all wonderful. There was one joke that was like, maybe two that were like, I forget what they were, but I gave them an 8. And the reason they get rated for everybody that's within Weekend Update, and then I do an average of it. And the reason why I give it an 8, even though Weekend Update itself got a 9, Kate, of course, was a 10. Kate, every word that comes out of Kate's mouth is a joke. And I really don't know where. Maybe it's a comedy within me associated with her. I don't know. But the point is, then we've got the board guys. The board guys, I've seen it before. It felt like an easy gimmick. And bringing in Ryan into the situation was just kind of like, it made it a little bit funnier. And interestingly enough, I think Ryan was actually doing the character a little bit better. So I say it was horrid. Yeah, sorry. To me, it was horrid. It was just like, it was classic 101, and I expect a little bit more. So I give it a 4. So we've got that. So overall, they got a 7 point something, and then I gave them an 8. Then we've got the chicken skit. The chicken skit was very deep, and at first I was kind of like lost in it. As it carried through, I realized how amazing 80 is, and how I really do believe that 80 is primed for an Oscar. She's, a role has to be floating out there that is just going to crack her through and make her to get her to that point, because there's really these minute, beautiful elements that 80 does that allow us to love her for who she is, and that's the reason why I was a little disappointed with the Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Because sadly enough, a lot of us would, Sarah has her faces, I think. So then we've got, but I love 80. I love her. I love her. Then we've got Tarzana's. That was beautiful. 10. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Just the jokes, the callbacks, the points, the beats, everything right on point. And you can sense the laughter. There's fake laughter, there's pity laughter, and then there's like rolling laughter. People are like, because they're tied into the other jokes. Then we've got Ryan Glimmer. Oh yeah, Papyrus. That was painful too. Yeah, that was really painful. I don't even want to talk about it. And it was a film thing. I gave it a 2. I did not. I was not on board on any level. I don't even know why I gave it a 2. Number 1, 0. I don't know. But I gave it a 2 out of, it's Saturday Night Live. Very seldomly will they go into a 1. Ryan Glimmer, Beyond the Joke. Oh yeah, we've seen this, and the boots, and it just, either do it better or don't do it at all. That's my thought. And it was kind of muddled. Like, is this that skit? I think it is. I don't think it is. I'm not quite sure. I love Keenan, but it was muddled whether it was or wasn't the character. The character was not specifically defined to me, even though I've seen the shows. And then by the end with the jeans and the pants, or I was like, oh, okay, the boots and the thing. And I was like, okay, no. It's okay. So overall, they got a 76, which is a D. Yeah, it's like it's A is 100 and up or below. A is 100 and up. It's very hard to get an A, but there's a lot of bonus points. There's a lot of bonus points that I get reward. Extra guests, political issues addressed. Then their B is 90 and up. C is 80 and up. D is 70 and up. So to me, in my grade score, they got a D regular. I expected more. Yeah. It wasn't one of the best, but I think that there's a variation of energy. There was a huge strong point at the beginning, and at the end it just kind of like wavered and petered out now, and it was disappointing. But I still love SNL because you gotta watch SNL, right? I mean, we all do, because it's an amazing American staple that allows us to grow and become better human beings. And I criticize with love, right? I criticize with love. I want to wish you all, especially the cast of SNL and everybody who produces SNL, and Lorne for bringing us SNL, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful eternity.